doing? Checking up on me, are you?
Claudia.
No, I haven't been shopping. Actually, I've been out job hunting. And I didn't have much luck, but I'm not going to give up hope, honey.
Listen,
I have a few appointments even tomorrow. But maybe then, you know, if I get a couple of them, they'll pan out just the way I want it.
Honey,
What can I say?
Sit down. We have to talk.
I know what you want to talk about. And you're absolutely right, honey. I have been a little bit unreasonable. But I feel if I can just find a job, if I can just bring in the additional income, then maybe we will be able to have a nicer place. What?
Sit down.
Okay, but first I gotta get
Claudia.
dinner.
Honey.
What's wrong?
Honey, it's your parents. There was an accident up in Western Canada.
No.
I got a call from the hospital. I came home right away. The weather was very bad up there. Visibility was poor. The car went off the road. They killed, honey.
No!
Honey.
No, you... Mommy!
Obviously, something has to be done.
She's out of control.
You couldn't get through to her.
Steve, she's hysterical.
Who brought her in?
Brian.
Where's he now?
Well, he went home. Claudia's parents were killed in a car accident.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh,
God.
No.
Oh, Bobbie, is she calming down?
Not so you'd notice. I tried to give her a sedative, but she knocked the capsule out of my hand.
The only answer is to get hold of Grant. He can be reached at my home. Let's do it.
That's the one she's asking for. Steve, she feels threatened and abandoned. I really think Grant could calm her down.
He'd better. Alan, what's your home phone number?
555-2816.
Thank you.
Hello?
Grant,
Yes.
this is Steve Hardy.
Dr. Hardy, neither Alan nor Monica is here right now.
No, I want you. We have a problem here at the hospital, and from what I understand, you're the only one who can help us.
Oh, what is it?
Carla Escobar?
What happened to her?
Well, she's become hysterical and won't let anybody touch her. She demands to see you. Can you come right over and try and calm her down?
Of course I can.
I just want you to talk to her as a friend, not as a doctor.
Meaning what exactly?
I can't allow you to practice medicine in this hospital. For the girl's sake, maybe you can convince her to let Dr. DiPietro take a look at her. If you can't, well, perhaps you can calm her down and take her home.
I'm on my way.
I appreciate it. Well, he's coming right over. In the meantime, Alan, since you have a relationship with Carla, why don't you keep an eye on her? We've got to keep this thing under control.
I'll do my best.
Gail, let's go to my office, shall we?
Oh, yes, Steve.
Hello, Bobbie.
Hi, Dr. Mason. What are you doing on this floor?
Well, one of my patients broke a leg, a pregnant woman, and I wanted to look in on her.
Is the baby okay?
Oh, fine. Look, I'm glad I ran into you. When are you coming to see me?
Soon.
Now, Bobbie, you are a nurse. I shouldn't have to tell you how unwise it is to put this sort of thing off indefinitely.
I know, and I've been thinking about it, but I just keep wondering, maybe we're moving a little bit too fast on this.
What do you mean?
Suppose you're wrong. You could have made a mistake.
Oh, Bobbie, come on.
I've heard of women that this has happened to. I know a lot of women who were told that they couldn't conceive and they ended up pregnant.
It has nothing to do with fibroid tumors.
I know a woman personally on Elm Street. She was told that she could never have a baby. And she and her husband went out and they adopted a little girl, and a few months later, she wound up pregnant.
Okay, those things happen, but not in your case. There is too much wrong inside you. You need a hysterectomy to protect yourself. Now, you know I wouldn't recommend it if it weren't absolutely necessary.
I know. Okay, I'll check my schedule and we'll set up an appointment right away.
Okay, make it soon.
I
It's
will.
for your own good.
I know.
Hello?
Hi, Brock. I need to talk to you.
Ah, that proves it. We really are made for each other. I was just about to pick up the phone and call you.
Why?
Oh, I spoke to Lee. We can be married next Tuesday in the mayor's office. Now, how is that for good luck?
That's wonderful.
Oh, yeah, I can hardly wait. So, what do you want to talk to me about?
Huh?
Well, you called me, remember?
Oh, yeah, I was calling to find out if you made any arrangements.
The die's cast. The date has been set. Now, it's too late to back out now.
I wouldn't dream of it. Brock?
Yeah, right here, sweetheart.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too, baby. More than ever. I'll see you this evening.
Bye.
I was 5 blocks away, and I felt really awful. I had to come back and say something to you.
Said quite enough already, Holly.
I know, and I apologize. I came by because I knew you were under a lot of pressure, and I wanted to cheer you up. It was just such a shock seeing you with Jimmy Lee like that. I guess I jumped to conclusions. I'm sorry I reacted that way.
Well, that's all right. I guess it probably did look pretty incriminating.
It's none of my business anyway.
I'm sorry for blowing up at you. It doesn't take much to set me off these days.
Am I forgiven?
Don't be silly. Thanks for coming back. I don't have friends to spare.
Well, you'd have to fight awfully hard to lose this one.
That's good to hear. Well, can I take a rain check on that lunch?
Yes, of course. It's probably a good idea. I have an awful lot to do today anyway.
So do I. Well, why don't you give me a call sometime?
Yes, I will.
Carla, just get a hold of yourself, okay?
I want Doc Putnam.
I know you do. I know you do. He's going to be here in a minute.
I want him.
I know you do. Just take it easy.
Doc!
What's the matter, Carla? It's all right. It's all right. Come on. You just sit down.
People are crazy.
It's all right. Everything's fine now. Just relax and tell me what happened.
The doctor started talking to me about never walking again. Not running, walking. Is that true?
I never said anything like that.
DiPietro?
Had to be.
No, Carla, of course it's not true.
These people don't care about me. You're the only one that does. I'm not going through another trip like that.
Carla, I promise you, nobody's going to hurt you. I wouldn't let them. I'm sure that Dr. DiPietro did not mean that you were never going to walk again.
Well, that's what he said. You think I'd let him touch me after a crack like that?
Why don't you, you just relax. I promise you, nothing has changed. I told you before. You are going to be back on that track again before you know it. It's going to take a lot of hard work, but the only thing stopping you from running again is yourself.
I'll do whatever you say. But only what you say, and only if you stick with me. I don't trust anyone else.
Carla, why don't you get dressed. I'm going to see what I can do.
Where are you going?
I'll be right back. Hello, Bobbie.
Hi, Grant. Somebody's been working miracles in here. Anything I can do?
Would you mind staying with Carla for a few minutes?
Sure. Feeling better?
Yeah.
You really like Grant, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Doc Putnam's great.
Sorry about all the trouble, Judge.
Well, thanks for coming to the rescue.
And for all the good it's going to do me.
What do you mean?
I mean that Dr. Hardy is not about to let me work with that girl here. Well, where else am I supposed to go?
I don't know what to tell you, Grant.
Alan, I'll tell you this. She has got to start therapy, and she's got to start soon. If I just had access to some equipment somewhere, I could... Wait a second. Maybe I do. Do what? Maybe I do have some equipment I can use. Georgia, can I borrow the phone for a moment?
Sure.
Hello?
Robert, it's Grant. You sound like you were running.
Well, not until I heard the phone ringing. What's up?
I need a favor.
Well, let's hear it.
I've got a patient, a young girl named Carla Escobar, who has got to start therapy immediately. Now, she insists that she'll only work with me, and the problem is that the people here at General Hospital are not about to let me use their facilities.
Well, what can I do?
Frankly, I was hoping that you would let her use your exercise equipment. Under my supervision, of course.
Well, yeah. No problem. It's all yours.
Robert, I thank you. I had hoped you'd say this. I didn't know where else to turn.
I'm happy to help you, Grant. Just let me know when you want to start.
Will do. Thanks again.
Hiya.
Hey. How'd your meeting go?
Fine. Lee is taking charge.
Good.
Where you been?
Went to see if Celia could have lunch with me.
Is she busy?
You might say that. When I went in, she was sitting on the floor with Jimmy Lee. He had his arms around her, and they were laughing as if they didn't have a care in the world.
Uh-oh.
That's what I thought.
It's like old times, huh?
It certainly seemed that way. I had put both feet in my mouth before I realized that I had completely misunderstood the situation.
Well, logical sort of conclusion. Certainly not one without precedent.
We had a terrible row. I mean, we made up finally, I think, but I feel really guilty. Celia has enough problems without my coming down on her for something that isn't even my business.
Well, I mean, you're a best friend. You call the shots as you see them.
Yeah, and I botched it up horribly. Wish there was something we could do for Celia and Grant, something nice.
Something nice. How about a night out? I mean, just like it used to be. Dinner? We could all do with a night out in the town.
Robert, you are the most wonderful man in the whole hospital.
Enter.
This is where you live?
For the time being.
Man, I knew doctors raked in the bucks. I never expected anything like this. You must be a millionaire.
Not I. Carla, why don't we sit down in here? Aha!
Hello.
Oh, there she is, the lady I've been telling you about. Carla, this is my wife, Celia. This is Carla Escobar, Celia.
Hi.
Hi. Very nice to meet you. I've heard so much about you. From what Grant says, you're a fine runner.
Well, I used to be.
No talk like that. You will be again if you want it badly enough.
Oh, you know I do.
We'll have a seat here.
Thanks.
Would you like some tea?
Sure.
Tea's okay. Okay.
But with 4 sugars, please.
4.
Did she just say 4 sugars?
Grant, how about you?
Yes, please. No sugars.
So from what Grant says, once you set your mind to something, there's no stopping you.
Some people just call me stubborn.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it, you can turn it to your advantage. Starting right now, if you're ready.
I'm sitting here, aren't I?
Carla, sitting isn't going to do it. We're going to get you up and we're going to start working on that leg. You're going to have to work like a dog in therapy, and most importantly, you're going to have to start running again. That is the only way you're going to get that scholarship.
And I get tired just thinking about it sometimes.
Well, that education could open a lot of doors for you, Carla.
What do you say? You going to give it a shot?
You gonna be with me?
As long as you need me.
Looks like every step of the way, Doc.
Boy, look at this. A superstar already. You have your own personal physician.
How about that?
Can I tell people I knew you when?
Sure. Look, where do I have to start first?
Well, I have a friend who's got some exercise equipment at home, and I've arranged for him to let you use it. That is, if you're willing to.
You're the boss, I guess.
I am.
Okay. Then I'll give it a shot.
All right.
But, I better get going. It's getting kind of late right now.
I'll give you a call and let you know when I've arranged our first session.
Okay.
May I give you a ride to the bus stop?
Thanks, but you know what they say. You gotta start running after you start walking. So I think I better start walking, right, Doc?
Right.
It was nice meeting you, Mrs. Putnam. And
Nice to
thank
meet
you
you,
so
too.
much.
You're welcome. Come back.
Okay, I will. And see ya. Oh, Doc,
Yes, Carla.
thanks for not giving up on me.
Carla, thanks for not giving up on yourself. Is it all right if I walk you to the door?
Yeah.
Come on.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'll be right back. Now, I want you to take it easy on the way down to the bus stop. It's slippery out there, you know.
Yeah, well, I think I want to try to get rid of the cane a little bit and put more pressure on the leg. Is that okay?
That's okay, yeah. It's whatever you can deal with. You're going great guns right now.
Okay. I'll talk to you.
Goodbye, Carla.
Bye-bye.
Celia.
She worships you.
Oh, darling. I worship you. Thank you for making her feel welcome.
Grand, I like her.
I just hope that this works.
Well, why shouldn't it? You're both so tenacious.
That's one word for it. You know, I guess we'll find out when I get her on Robert's equipment. Tell me, how was your day?
Oh, well, it was less eventful than yours, I'm sure.
Yeah. Mine was eventful. You know, the strangest thing of all, I went down to General, and I was sure that I was going to be treated like an outcast. And even though Steve made it clear that he didn't want me there, I felt as though I belonged. And there were other people who seemed to feel that way. Alan and Bobbie and even Georgia.
Talk about doors opening.
Yeah. Darling, a month ago I wouldn't have believed it, but now I really think that if I'm cleared in this hearing and if I get to keep my license, there might just be a place for me at General Hospital. Wouldn't that be something?
Oh, Grant, it's so good to hear you talk like this. It's been far too long.
Ooh, good. Our monthly shipment from America.
Where are they from?
Oh, a charitable organization sends us old newspapers and magazines. They're out of date, of course, but the patients don't seem to mind. In fact, number 402 loves to read American news magazines. Maybe this will boost his spirits. The magazines and newspapers have arrived from America. Don't you want to read the news?
Love in the Afternoon presents Daytime Dilemma. From One Life to Live, for Beau and Delilah, it began as love.
Nothing could ever make me reject you. Nothing except another lie.
But it turned to deception, and now Delilah's determined to win Beau back.
That is a pretty dress, Delilah.
What will happen next? Will Delilah convince Beau to stay for an evening of romance, or will he leave? Can you predict the right answer? Tune in tomorrow and find out. Now here's yesterday's Daytime Dilemma and its solution. From Ryan's Hope, Maggie makes a confession.
What can I do for you, Maggie?
I need advice. There's still something I haven't told Jillian.
Something else?
Yeah, well, this is the last secret. But in a way, it's the worst.
What will happen next? Will Maggie admit she's falling for her sister's husband, Frank, or she had an affair with Roger? Did you predict the right answer? Here's what happens.
I had an affair with Roger.
This Daytime Dilemma has been brought to you by ABC.
From Mickey Mouse to a murder mystery in Moscow, what's hot and what's not at the holiday movie theaters this evening on Live at 5 here on 13.